Knock my block off.
What's up, Vault Dwellers? So you guys just absolutely flooded the comments after our last episode, demanding even deeper cuts and more brain-bending cult classics. And you know what? I totally heard you. So I dug into the vault, the bargain bins, and probably a few cursed VHS tape stacks, just to bring you 13 more of the greatest cult films ever made. These aren't just the so bad they're good flicks. These are the movies that refuse to play by the rules. Some were box office disasters turned midnight movie darlings. Others, they were critical punching bags that found redemption in the loving arms of genre fans. But all of them, they're just absolute cult legends. All right, let's jump headfirst into the madness.
I don't know who you are, but before this night's over, you're gonna be begging for mercy.
You know, when you title your movie Killer Klowns from Outer Space, you better deliver. And man, oh man, does this one bring the cotton candy mayhem. A spaceship shaped like a circus tent lands in a sleepy town, and soon these alien invaders, who all look like demented clowns, they just start turning townsfolk into candy cocoons and just popping heads with balloon animals. It's goofy, it's gory, and gloriously over the top. The Chikoto brothers, special effects wizards who made their directing debut here, infused the film with colorful set design, grotesque makeup effects, and just a clear love for classic monster movies. It's as much a parody as it is a loving homage.
All right, Buster.
Despite lukewarm reviews at the time, Killer Klowns built an unstoppable cult following. Its blend of practical effects, dark humor, and just sheer lunacy made it a staple of late-night cable marathons and horror conventions alike. There's even talk of a sequel, decades later. It's dumb, it's brilliant, and it's the kind of film that proves B-movie magic is still alive under all that grease paint.
Don't worry, Dave. All we want to do is kill you.
Stephen King, I mean, he's my own personal Jesus. And apparently, he directed this screenplay while high out of his mind. And that's the origin story of Maximum Overdrive, a film where machines gain sentience and then go on a killing spree. This is set at a truck stop where a group of strangers are besieged by homicidal semis. The film is just loud, dumb, and just deeply chaotic. And it's an absolute blast. King, directing for the first and only time, delivers a cinematic roller coaster that's fueled by AC/DC soundtrack and just a lot of beer-fueled bravado.
Just a little lesson in manners from the road twitch.
The dialogue, it's pure nonsense.
What? What do you want?
The characters are paper thin, and the kills, though, they're just so inventive, and the energy just never flags. Critics panned it, audiences were just baffled, but cult fans, I mean, they embraced the madness. Over time, Maximum Overdrive became just a guilty pleasure staple. I mean, so bad it's perfect for late night viewing. Emilio Estevez stars, but I mean, the real MVP, it's the Green Goblin truck that's become iconic in its own right. If you like horror with a side of head-scratching insanity, this one is just so much for you.
All right, Bubba, to get one up your homesick. Fucking truck's supposed to be a depot. That was a depot to sure.
How
told you before, man, those computer guys are all junkies.
Freddie, I need your advice. I haven't had a decent bowel movement in a month.
There are few movies that have earned the label meltdown cinema, quite like Street Trash. This was set in a grimy, trash-strewn underworld in 1980s Brooklyn, and this film follows a group of homeless individuals who stumble upon a crate of expired booze called Tenafly Viper. The catch? One swig, and you melt into a puddle of neon-colored goo. What sounds like a grotesque cartoon is brought to life with an astonishing practical effects team and a pitch-black sense of humor.
What the hell is that?
The movie's tone veers wildly between slapstick, horror, social satire, and just full-on exploitation. It's not for the faint of heart or stomach, but if you like your cult cinema loud, disgusting, and totally unfiltered, this one delivers. This was directed by J. Michael Murrow, who was only in his early 20s when this was shot, and it totally shows, but in a good way. Because the energy, it's chaotic, the camera never sits still, and it feels like it was made by someone who watched The Toxic Avenger and said, yeah, man, but what if it was even grosser? Street Trash, it's the kind of film that makes you question your life choices, and then you go and hit replay.
See, that's what you think. You think, that's what you think. When you think right, then you'll understand. And when I tell you, then your thinking ain't gonna be so right.
Take your stuff, get out.
What was it?
The Wizard of Oz. Zardoz. The Wizard of Oz was a fairy story about an old man who frightened people with a loud voice and a big mask.
You've seen the memes. You've seen Sean Connery in a red diaper, but nothing prepares you for actually watching Zardoz. Set in a post-apocalyptic future where a giant floating stone head spits guns at peasant warriors and declares, "The gun is good. The penis is evil."
The gun is good.
The gun is good!
And this film is a heady, confusing mix of science fiction, surrealism, and some philosophy.
Would you kill God? Such vanity.
Connery, he plays Zed, who's a British enforcer who stumbles into a world of immortal intellectuals called the Eternals. Cue discussions of mortality, oppression, and the collapse of utopia, alongside some truly questionable costume choices.
I will take the bride. Death comes closer for us all.
The director, John Borman, who also did Deliverance, he wrote this piece of work himself, and while it baffled critics and audiences alike in the 70s, it has since become a legend in cult film circles. It's equal parts brilliant and ridiculous, and a cinematic acid trip that just dares you to take it seriously, even as it breaks your brain. Zardoz isn't just a movie, it's an experience, one that's part sci-fi epic, part new age art film, and all parts entirely unforgettable.
We've met before, I believe.
Off the frame.
Come now. My brutal friends call me Zardoz. Revenge!
The Earth people are getting closer to that which we fear. Since they will not listen or respect our existence, they cannot help but believe our powers when they see their own dead walking round again, brought about by our advancement and such things.
You know, I've covered this movie a couple times in this channel, and I absolutely love this. This is often labeled the worst movie ever made. Ed Wood's Plan 9 from Outer Space has worn that badge with pride all these years. But let's be honest, it's also one of the most entertaining sci-fi B-movies you're ever gonna watch. So aliens attempt to stop humanity from creating a doomsday weapon by resurrecting their dead using Plan 9 because, well, they had their reasons.
Too bad it must be handled this way. But it must.
The plot barely holds together. I mean, the sets, they wobble. The dialogue is delightfully absurd.
Got your guns ready? I'll tell you one thing, if a little green man pops out of me, I'm shooting first and asking questions later.
and poor Bela Lugosi died before even filming started, so Wood used a little bit of footage of him walking around a yard and then replaced him with a taller actor who holds a cape over his face. But it's that sincerity that makes Plan 9 just so endearing. Ed Wood truly believed in what he was doing. He wanted to tell a cosmic morality tale, and he just went for it with like every resource he could scrounge up from Hollywood's back alleys. The result? It's a film that transcends its technical flaws and becomes something just magical. A love letter to outsider art, DIY filmmaking, and the power of unrelenting optimism.
Why is it so important that you want to contact the governments of our Earth?
Because of death. Because all you of Earth are idiots.
Now, you just hold on, Buster.
No, you hold on.
Come with me.
So you tell me why they died.
What difference does it make to you now? Come with me.
Wait a minute, you come in my place and you want me to leave and you don't want to tell me why?
Okay, you have a creature, an alien creature on your roof.
Where?
Alright, a bunch of you little perverts wanted to see Liquid Sky on this list, and it's about aliens who come to Earth, not for gold, not for water, not even for war, but for heroin-like endorphins released during human orgasms.
Do aliens have orgasms?
They don't even have bodies.
Alright, welcome to 1982, New York City. Set amid the neon-drenched, fashion-obsessed punk scene of Manhattan, the film shows Margaret, a model with a heroin-addicted lover and a UFO problem. It's arty, slow-burning, and just aggressively weird, but that's what makes it so special. The director shot the film on a shoestring budget with just dazzling results. Its DIY effects, harsh lighting, and jagged editing style just gives it this raw energy that fits in the themes of alienation and addiction. And Anne Carlise, who co-wrote the film, plays both the male and female leads, a dual role that adds to the movie's exploration of gender identity and sexual politics. Liquid Sky didn't just earn cult status, it became a touchdown of underground queer and punk cinema. It's divisive, it's heady, and undeniably original. Watching it feels like tuning into a broadcast from an alternate dimension.
What do you mean by that? I'm not wearing rags.
You're wearing what they want from you, baby.
Who they?
America.
This is really it. This is the big one. Thor Arthur 66 ZZD. You know, like I told you what would happen if it ever came down? Well, it is. We don't know why. I mean, why would we, huh? It's for real, Dad. It's no drill. We shoot our wad in 50 minutes.
What starts as a quirky romantic comedy becomes one of the most harrowing doomsday thrillers like ever put on screen. Miracle Mile follows Harry, who's a jazz musician who receives a phone call meant for someone else, warning him of an impending nuclear strike.
Hey, is this some kind of prank or something?
What unfolds is a real-time descent into chaos as he races to save his new love before the world ends. The director crafts a slow-burning dread that explodes into full-blown panic.
We gotta get Julie. Who's Julie? Who are you? Who are you?
The film's tone shifts. It's a bit jarring, and that's by design. It forces the audience to experience the same whiplash confusion and terror as the characters. Critics, they didn't quite know what to make of it back in '88, but Miracle Mile has since been hailed as a hidden gem. Its dreamlike visuals, synth-heavy score, and bitterly ironic ending elevate it far above your average apocalypse film. It's not your standard cult movie. It's just a little too sad and maybe too real, but its uncompromising vision makes it unforgettable.
What? Who told you it was a meltdown?
That guy. He was there. He works at the plant.
Drome, Videodrome, like video circus, video arena. You know it?
No.
It's just torture and murder. No plot, no characters. Very, very realistic. I think it's what's next.
David Cronenberg's body horror masterpiece, Videodrome, it's less of a movie and more of a transmission just straight into your cerebral cortex.
Can't take your eyes off it. It's incredibly realistic.
The man, James Woods, plays Max Wren, a sleazy TV executive who stumbles upon a mysterious broadcast called Videodrome. It's a program filled with torture and murder.
What's this? Videodrome.
Torture, murder.
Sounds great.
As he investigates, his reality just begins to warp around him. Flesh merges with technology, hallucinations blur with the truth, and TV remotes, they become part of your stomach. Cronenberg, ever the provocateur, uses this wild premise to explore media manipulation, voyeurism, and the very nature of reality. The film's practical effects, courtesy of Rick Baker, they're just legendary, especially the iconic video cassette Into the Stomach scene. Initially, this was misunderstood. Videodrome is now rightly considered just a genre-defying classic. It's dense, disturbing, and just more relevant than ever in today's screen-obsessed world. Long live the new flesh. Enough said.
We always want more, whether it's tactile, emotional, or sexual. And I think that's bad.
Then why did you wear that dress?
Sorry?
There's a tiny door in my office, Maxine. It's a portal, and it takes you inside John Malkovich. You see the world through John Malkovich's eyes, and then after about 15 minutes, you're spit out into a ditch on the side of the New Jersey Turnpike.
What if you found a portal that led directly into the mind of John Malkovich? Well, that's the question at the core of this endlessly inventive cult classic. Directed by Spike Jonze and written by Charlie Kaufman, being John Malkovich, it's as surreal as they come. John Cusack plays a puppeteer, and he's stuck in a dead-end job who discovers this portal, and naturally, he starts selling 15-minute trips into Malkovich's consciousness.
I really don't find this amusing. Don't call here anymore.
What follows is just mind-bending exploration of identity, celebrity,
Okay, yeah, I thought you were alright in that one movie.
Thank you, and control, with a surprising amount of pathos.
It's my head! I will see you in court!
Malkovich, playing a twisted version of himself, delivers a performance that's just equal parts hilarious and truly haunting. The film was a hit with critics and indie audiences, but its sheer weirdness ensured its cult status. It's one of those rare films that you'll think about for years and years to come, dissecting its meaning and just marveling at its originality. A cerebral comedy that's just truly bizarre, and somehow it just all works.
Somebody was just moving all the way through me, moving my arms, moving my hands, talking for me. I feel like I'm going crazy, Charlie.
I'm sure you're not going crazy.
Human flesh is it. You are going to be the first bit of meat that we've had a chance to get our teeth into since we arrived. So we're going to treat ourselves to a feast with you as the main course.
Before Peter Jackson won Oscars for The Lord of the Rings, he was making splatter films in the backyard. Literally. Bad Taste is his debut feature, and it's one of the most gleefully gory cult films I think I've ever seen. The plot: aliens come to Earth to harvest humans for their fast food chain. The defense: a ragtag group of Kiwi misfits.
Ever been in a gun battle before?
No.
Me neither. But this one's gonna be big, eh?
With rocket launchers, chainsaws, and a few homemade explosives. It's gross, it's hilarious, and just surprisingly well made considering its tiny little budget. Jackson not only directed, but he also starred in multiple roles, handled the effects, and edited this thing on weekends. The result is just a labor of love that oozes charm, and a lot of other substances. For gorehounds and indie film fans, Bad Taste is absolutely essential viewing. It's proof that passion can overcome budget constraints, and that splatter comedy, done right, is an art form.
The machines always break down.
Let me tell you the way the world is. Nothing works right. Relationships don't work right. People don't work right. People make machines, so why should machines be perfect?
Oh, they're machines.
Yeah? Well, that's not the way it is.
This is one of those movies I used to watch all the time on HBO when I was like 10 years old. And it's a world where malfunctioning robots are an everyday problem. So who do you call? The man with a mustache, Tom Selleck, of course. In Runaway, he plays this futuristic cop who specializes in taking down rogue machines.
I think I know what I'm doing.
The twist? Well, he's up against a madman played by Gene Simmons of Kiss, who's armed with heat-seeking bullets and robotic spiders and a 10-foot-long tongue. Yeah, it's as awesome as it sounds. This is directed by novelist Michael Crichton, and Runaway was an attempt to envision near-future tech before it became our reality. I mean, while it didn't quite hit the mark scientifically, it did nail the aesthetic. Neon-lit cityscapes, synth-heavy scores, and just 80s paranoia everywhere.
It's a weapon. Pathology said it was probably an ordinary kitchen knife.
It wasn't a huge hit at the time, but it aged into a fascinating tech noir relic. A what could have been vision of our AI-infested world. Plus, I mean, Simmons is absolutely unhinged. It's a B movie with an A-level swagger, and that's more than enough for cult greatness.
He likes to kill people. He's killed 5 so far. I want him.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. But how are you going to get him?
We've got his girlfriend.
Whoop-de-doo.
Moses, this is the Lord thy God, commanding you to obey my law. Do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. A deaf man could hear you.
What?
The legend, Mel Brooks, takes us through the dawn of man, the Roman Empire, and the French Revolution, with musical numbers, a few crude jokes,
These 15! Wait. 10 commandments!
and all the chaos you'd ever expect. From Gregory Hines tap dancing through slavery to the Inquisition musical number, History of the World Part 1 is just pure Brooks. Tasteless, hilarious,
Oh my God! I'm fighting with cardboard!
and strangely brilliant. It doesn't try to be historically accurate. No, it just tries to make you laugh, and succeeds often. It didn't get a sequel despite the closing tease, but it's the influence that lives on, whether it's Brooks' signature satire.
The only thing we don't have a God for is premature ejaculation. But I hear that that's coming quickly.
Or just the sheer joy of watching Madeline Kahn steal like every scene. It remains a high point in parody cinema. Long live the joke.
What? I have no regard for the peasants. They are my people. I am their sovereign. I love them. Oh!
All right, there's cult cinema, and then there's The Evil Dead. It's a micro-budget horror flick that launched a franchise and made Bruce Campbell a legend. 5 friends head to a cabin in the woods, and then they find the Necronomicon. Demons are unleashed, chaos ensues. It's a simple premise, but legendary in execution. Director Sam Raimi brought unmatched energy and innovation to the genre, using just wild camera angles, DIY effects, and just gallons of fake blood. It was raw, relentless, and refreshingly unfiltered. Critics, they didn't get it. Censors, they hated it. Audiences couldn't get enough. The Evil Dead became a staple of midnight screenings and VHS rental bins, gaining a rabid fan base and inspiring countless knockoffs. I mean, it's not just a horror movie. It's a triumph, a punk rock scream into the void of genre filmmaking, and it absolutely deserves the top spot. I mean, there you have it, right? Pure cult cinema madness, handpicked from the comments and served piping hot. These movies may not have topped the box office, but they've conquered the hearts of the weird movie lovers everywhere. What did we miss this time? I mean, what's your favorite cult classic that deserves a spotlight in part 5? Drop it in the comments, because you know I read them. Until next time, keep it weird, folks.
Oh, hear me! All pay heed! The Lord Jehovah, has given unto you these 15... Wait.